Right. So then the 01, I can't read that, but he says, if you're dealing with women aged 18 to, this is the first black pill comment. If you're dealing with women aged 18 to 23, all you need to do is treat them indifferent and look very handsome. Chemistry doesn't get a look in. So he's denying chemistry. So he's going against Jay. He's saying even chemistry doesn't matter. It's all about looks. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, but I mean, I get this point as well, because in order to create chemistry, you need to train this with intent. I mean, in order to have influential conversations with someone, it's nothing that you just are born with. It's not so easy. It requires a habituation process where you're doing stuff, very specific stuff, over and over and over again. Yeah. If you can't do that, you can't create chemistry. And if you can't create chemistry, you will be like 99% of the men out there. They just go there and.
But do you need to be 6'11" and?
No,
sure. Look like an Adonis, because that's what he's saying, isn't it?
Yeah, more or less, and that is just it's a big misconception for sure. However, I do understand his way of thinking, because if you're going to have a bunch of men that doesn't know how to create chemistry, passive value has more of importance than and significantly more importance, because if you're going to take two guys and both of them cannot really have a conversation with women that influence her, then those two guys, one of them are really, really handsome and the other guy is just the average bloke. Yes? Yeah. The difference between the handsome man and the average bloke is that much, actually. I think so, really. I think it's that much, because we're coming from a perspective that none of them can talk. Yeah, but it is a big difference. However, if those two men learn how to communicate with a girl in a proper way, I can really influence her in the conversation, the gap we just decreases like this. It will be like there is still a difference, but very much less for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, we haven't got time. This isn't a sort of stream about is it all about looks kind of thing, because that's been done many times before. But I mean, the reality is, you've had clients. I know you've had clients who are very good looking guys, and they suck with women. Right, so it wasn't just a question of them being good looking and also being indifferent. Like, there had to be more to it than that, right?
Absolutely, 100%. Because when you start, so even those handsome men, when they start engaging with women, have a lot of male attention. It's not enough to just look good and have a lot of passive value. I mean, that has its place, but there's so much other things that you've got
to say something when you walk up to them. That's the bottom line. I've been out many times with guys who are very good looking, and they go up and talk to the girl, and then they freeze when they're in front of the girl. And yes, I mean, sometimes maybe she likes him anyway, and she gives him a chance, but for the most part, not really. I mean, she's just like, okay, this guy's a flannel, and she's on to the next one, right? So you've got to bring something to the table in terms of conversation, and this is why I agree with you, Michael, that conversation is the fundamental key, really. I mean, I would also say there's a lot of talk on these on all red pill channels about money muscles game and all of that, and it's great. I mean, obviously look as good as you possibly can. Go to the gym. Get your style in order. Go get your finances. Like, all of these things are important. There's no point. Like, nobody's saying. Well, maybe they are. I don't know, but I think none of us are really saying just be an unshaven alcoholic on the street, and then you're like, I mean, obviously, get yourself up as good as you can, but at the same time, in the end, the great leveler really is the conversation, isn't it? Because whether you're a multimillionaire with a Bugatti or you're some guy in an average job, both of them are going to have to walk up to the girl. They're going to have a conversation, and what happens in that conversation is key in terms of generating attraction.
Absolutely, we had a lot of millionaires as the clients as well, and I know how they think. I can feel a little bit like they put all their cards on passive value, and it doesn't. They don't get anywhere with it. They really struggle, so they reach out, and I can definitely see their problem. So there are guys out there where most of the men think that, oh, that guy should never have any problem with that woman or women in general. And then when we going and analyze that part, we can see like, but he does have problem with women. We've seen it so many times. Our first impression is not, it can be a big misconception actually when it comes to women.
Yeah.